What is going on, guys? My name is Orokaboss. Welcome to today's video. Now today we are playing Norsca, and when Norsca first came out in the first game, I actually was a big fan of this faction, and I still do. I am a big fan of this faction, even though I didn't play them for a while. But I definitely think this faction has a lot of strengths, especially the chaff department. Norscan chaff, like Norscan marauders, are the best marauders. they actually outperform chaos marauders by not an inch, by a mile, I should say. And look at that mammoth. And of course, I brought Wolfric the Wanderer on the mammoth, and with Seafan, sort of Torgat, and Fight or Die, Foeseeker. And on the battlefield, I also brought a Pharaoh War Mammoth, and yeah, pretty much the same stat, but much cheaper than Wolfric, definitely. And for my caster, I have a Shaman Sorcerer of Death, rocking Fatal Buna, Spirit Leech, and Life Leeching. And on the battlefield, I also have 2 units of Marauder Horse Masters. And the rest of my army just basically consists of Marauder Spears, Marauders, and that's it. Yeah. So I have a Marauder 9 all the way to the sunset, with 5 Marauder Spears and 5 Marauders. And that's it. That's my army. And we are up against Fae Enchantress herself, leading 3 Grail Knights. Where are the Grail Knights? 1, 2, 3. Now, Grail Knights are actually the worst nightmare for Norscan units, and that's why I actually dished out the Wolves completely, because Wolves stand no chance against the Grail Knights. Even though Skin Wolves with armor, with support of Marauder Spears, can sort of deal with Grail Knights, but it's just not really cost efficient in my opinion. And for the front line, we have Peasant Mobs times 4. And at the back row, we have Foot Squads times 3. We have some Peasant Bows with fire arrows. There you go. And we have 2 Spearmen at arms at the back, and we have 2 Blessed Field Trebuchet on the battlefield as well. So this is actually a rock solid Bretonnia army, and it's pretty standard, pretty meta. Heavy cavalry Grail Knights, and some artillery, some fire shots, and peasant bows, some full squads, some peasant mobs. Definitely gonna cover a lot of ground and protect those artillery and peasant bows quite nicely. And let's see how this battle is gonna unfold. So right now, I actually brought 3 Marauder Horse Masters is actually getting shot pretty badly by those trebuchets, which I did not expect at all. And now they're about to engage those Grail Knights. I think soon they're gonna engage Grail Knights. There you go. Already tossing a volley of javelins onto those Grail Knights. Did a touch of damage. And Grail Knights are counter-charging in. And in the front, Marauders are getting focused on by those fire arrows quite nicely by my opponent. And Mammoth is still slowly advancing, and those Grail Knights are really hesitating, like just doing some little dance back and forth, and I'm not too sure whether that's gonna be really good. But look at that, already one of my Marauder units got basically focused on already routing, just by 2 units of those peasant bots constantly raining fire arrows. And here, Grail Knights are actually diving right into those spears, which is okay, which is not the ideal situation for them, but they can actually stop 2 spears to wrap around into the flank, which is okay, I guess. And one of the Grail Knights unit actually about to commit to chase down my Marauder Masters. And look on this flank, these Grail Knights are still just hiding in the woods, looking for the right opportunity to dive in, but I do have 2 spears pushing into the flank and trying to catch them. And in the center, Wolfric has already dived into those full squads, and there's no way for those full squads to hold Wolfric on the mammoth. There's just no way. fantastic. And also those Fatal Buna onto those Gronas is gonna dish out a lot of hurt onto them, and 2 units of Murder Spear is definitely a pain for them to deal with as well. And this Murder Masters is gonna dish out a lot of damage onto those Gronas as they're coming in. And yeah, let's see how the rest of the battle is gonna unfold. So those foot squads is gonna take a lot of damage. Oh, you don't want to miss this. Oh my gosh. That's okay. I mean, that's not the best C-Fan, but it's okay. It's actually did a lot of damage and rout them straight away, which is fantastic, by the way. And we do have some units pushing through already. Those Marauders actually made a short walk of those peasant mobs. And then we do have Gronas charging in to support. Faye is actually diving into this engagement here to help with the Gronas. But the front line, the Bretonnia front line is actually looking pretty dicey, I should say. And here these units of Grenades is actually fighting spears and also getting shot at the back by those javelins. Not ideal. And right now Wolfrek is fighting those Gronas, and Wolfrek actually popped Fight or Die and sort of Tor Guard, and now Wolfrek is gonna do a lot of damage onto those Gronas. Meanwhile, Faye with the foot squads and also another Gronas is diving into 2 mammoths and trying to do more damage, and that's it. My opponent just suddenly forfeit. I have no idea why, but apparently that happened. So I would definitely say that my opponent actually forfeited a little bit prematurely, because I definitely think because he only had 1 Gronas down, and also he still has a lot of archer models left, even though the HP suffered really bad by the C-Fan, but archers were still online. So when archers rallied back, you just basically wait for those peasant mobs to come back, and if you can set up nicely, those 2 Gronas can still deal a lot of damage onto my mammoth. So that's definitely a little bit questionable. But on my side, I still have heaps of infantry left, and I do have 3 units of Murder Horse Masters as well, and I do have more Fatal Buna casts, by the way. I only cast once onto 1 Gronas. I can definitely cast more onto the rest of them. So yeah, I should say eventually I think this build is very efficient, and it's not gonna be a textbook guide you should follow, but it won me the game against 3 Gronas with Faye, so I think I'm quite happy with that. For now, if you guys enjoy my contents, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you enjoy my contents, you can also discuss more of the Warhammer and whatever you want to talk about on my Discord, so don't forget to join my Discord as well. And with that being said, Orokaboss signing off.